Hello, I'm Sarah Meyer, founder of One Love Built. I teach people to love, to bring their A game more often and on purpose to what they choose to do. When I was 14 years old, I was standing in the starting gate of a slalom race. Now in ski racing, in order for the best racers to get the best times, the fastest skiers ski first. So you race in the morning, the ones with the fastest time ski first and everyone else follows based on their times. So it's late afternoon, I'm standing in the starting gate. No one else is behind me. I'm the slowest person on the mountain that day. In fact, I'm almost the last person on the mountain that day. The lifts have stopped. I can see my coach halfway down the course, mightily keeping his chin up for me, and there's a race official at the starting gate. She's about to take her walkie-talkie and talk to the finish line. She'll say, "Racer ready," and then she'll count down from 3. And I'm in agony. I want to be anywhere else in the world. I am already the slowest person that showed up to race that day. No one else is behind me, and I can't see a good way down the mountain because every other racer who's skied has skied away all the snow at every turn. So I'm facing this steep, icy hill of thigh-high potholes from me to the finish line. And I keep imagining I'm either going to ski down into one and wipe out, ski down into it, come to a complete halt, have to lurch up the other side and repeat that in agony to the end. And she's on the walkie-talkie. It's time to go. And in an instant, I remember why I love skiing. It demands every part of me. My hands, my arms, my spine, hips, feet, knees, all my senses. And I throw myself across the starting gate. I get the last 2 inches of snow at every gate between me and the finish line, command myself across the finish line, and I know I have run a good race. But at the end of that day, I have a gold medal from dead last. And I didn't know it then, but what I know now is that is my first memory of choosing for my love to be bigger than my fear. And one of my other fears is singing on stage in front of people. And I was in a band, and in this band I was a sideman, a harmony vocalist, a percussionist, and we were about 4 songs into a set at a club. And the next song is mine to front. About 2 or 3 songs a night, I would lead the band. And it's a big shift dynamically from side to front. And it's amazing how many fears can fire, faster than you could ever say them out loud, because the band, they're already 3 bars into the song, and my brain is saying, I don't want to forget my lyrics, I don't want to disappoint the band, God, I don't want to humiliate myself, I don't want my voice to crack. And I have to go. The song's underway. And I draw in a breath and all the resources I need to sing the first line of this song. And when I do, I realize that after the first line of that song, we have the attention of everyone in the club. And for just a second, I'm scared again because we have the attention of everyone in the club. And I draw in another breath and deliver the next line of the song. And in that moment, I realized that this couple and that man 3 tables back, they're as invested in the success of this as I am, as the guitar player and the drummer. We're all here in this time. And I didn't have the words for it then, but what I know now is that love is the power that animates all of life. And when you show up with it, you belong. You're understood, and you understand. And I used to think your inner game was in your head. You had to make a choice, and it's not. And I spent a lot of time in my head. I was an academic for many years. One summer I was an archaeologist during a field season at an excavation in southern France. And this was a cave site that had been inhabited 30,000 years ago. People had lived there and made art in this cave. And this day was our payoff for working on this field season. We were going to go in and see art that all of us as archaeologists had only seen in small drawings, in research papers published in black and white. And there's this great anticipation, and we're bundled up, it's cold in the cave, with my hard hat on, it's strapped under my chin, and the light on my hard hat is shining on the boots of the archaeologist in front of me. And I'm crawling in on my elbows through this narrow passage into the opening of the cave. And it opens into this enormous cavern. And we follow a path through the formations in this great cavern. And it leads to a hall-sized passage. And you start to see carvings in the wall that someone's made. And then there's a drawing of a mountain lion head. And farther up on the wall of this cave is an extraordinary drawing. It's a man's body and this hairy animal head with big antlers and round eyes, and it's looking at you. And I was immediately struck that this was not an absent-minded doodle. Someone really showed up to make this drawing. Each mark they made with great purpose, and I have no idea what the drawing means. I don't know that any archaeologist does, but I know it was meaningful to the person who made it. And I was very frustrated. I had a master's degree in archaeology, a master's degree in architecture, a degree in anthropology, and with all my research and all my training, I couldn't say why that drawing was so powerful, or why there are buildings and places in the world that people visit for inspiration for hundreds of years and even try to recreate in other parts of the world. Why on that day I got a gold medal and 6 other races that season, I'm embarrassed to say I didn't really show up. And I couldn't answer that question with the information I had. So I spent time in the next 10 years researching biology, neurobiology, psychology, psychiatry, theology, the subtle physiology of life. And what I know now is that love leaves a mark. Whether it's the report that rings true at work, the meal that really feeds the people who eat it. Love leaves a mark. And I worked to develop a system because I used to think, oh, I had a great project, the right clients walked in the door, or I had this extraordinary conversation because I just really clicked with this person I met. And I wanted that level of life not to be accidental or circumstantial, but to be able to bring that to bear. And I work to create this system, and I teach people how to love, how to bring their A game more often and on purpose to what they choose to do, so they can choose for their love to be bigger than their fear, so they can choose to be animated by the power that lives all of life, and so they can choose to take action that leaves a mark. I'm Sarah Meyer, founder of One Love Built. Please vote for me in the next greatest speaker competition because I look forward to visiting with you again. And please visit me at onelovebuilt.com. Thank you.